What's she doing with this?
I'm doing what I should have done in the beginning.
No.
I'm not having this baby.
Since when?
Your baby is in perfect health. There is absolutely no reason for a termination.
Oh, please don't make this harder than it already is.
Can't believe you're actually considering this.
Okay, everyone just needs to calm down.
I bet you wouldn't be saying that if it was your daughter.
She wants to kill our baby.
I'm not killing it.
Call it whatever you like. That's what you're doing if you get rid of it.
Daniel's right.
Look, the only people we need to be talking right now are Daniel and Lauren. Alone.
Good idea.
I've made up my mind. There's nothing to say.
Well, that's what you think.
Hi, Tracy.
Hey.
Tracy might have told you that I was offered your job today.
She did mention something like that.
I also mentioned what I wanted to tip into Rachel McKenna's coffee when she wasn't looking.
The thing is, Rachel did give me the impression that you left of your own accord, so I pretty much agreed to take the job. But I don't want to do that if you want to come back.
Take the job.
Really?
No.
Tracy, we've been over this. I will look for work at St. Cat's or Central.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to. It's not fair.
I'm over it. I'd rather work elsewhere.
What, so that smug thing can sit up in her office, happy in the knowledge that she drove you out?
I resigned.
She chose a piece of software over you, Scotty, over a human being with a brain and skills and experience. She chose a piece of software over a brain.
Maya, take the job if you want to.
None of the nurses will support you.
Tracy.
Well, it's true. You've been unfairly ousted, and the nurses want to let management know they're not happy.
Don't. Just let it go.
No.
Okay. Now I have no idea what to do.
Well, this might help. You are either with us or you're against us. It's up to you.
Maybe it's your hormones.
Daniel, don't.
Okay, you're scared, is that it?
No.
It's okay, I'm scared too.
No, that's not it.
Then what is it? You've got to help me understand.
Well, it hasn't felt right, not from the start. And today, the sale, all everyone was talking about was the baby, the future. Till I couldn't stand it anymore, and it hit me. I knew I'm not ready to be a parent.
I know it's overwhelming when you think about everything, but we'll get there. You and me, we can do this.
You're not listening. I don't want to do this.
We've been through this before. You were wobbly, and then you decided to keep it.
You mean you talked me into it? But it's not what I wanted. It's never been what I wanted.
Lauren, listen.
No, I'm having a termination.
Lauren, wait. You can't just make the decision to get rid of it, and that's that. We have to talk about this.
We just keep going around in circles because you don't want to listen.
Where are you going?
Out.
Where?
Anywhere.
Just leave her. Daniel, no, don't. Lauren needs to be left alone right now. She's angry, she's emotional. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
Of course you do.
Daniel.
No. If you're going to take sides, why aren't you taking mine? I'm your son.
It's not about taking sides.
Yeah, you just don't want to tell me that you're picking her as the teenage girl that got pregnant like you did.
I know you're hurting, Dan. Part of me is hurting too, but it's Lauren's decision to make.
Oh, it's not fair.
I know it's not.
But it's the way it is, isn't it? Girls get to make all the decisions in life while we guys might as well be walking around with our balls chopped off.
Oi, oi, oi.
No, it's true, isn't it? Lauren can decide to kill my baby. You can decide to pawn me off to your parents because you don't want me anymore.
Don't start that again. I'm sick of it.
So am I. I'm sick of you. You and your hypocrisy. Your stupid, it's Lauren's decision crap. I'm going to TK's.
Don't worry, he'll calm down.
Someone order pizza?
Your front row seats are ready, I see. Ursula's doco. It'll be on in a sec. Sorry, Harry.
I saw all I needed to see in the rough cut. Rough being the operative word.
Are you going to be on TV?
There's a documentary about your dad on tonight, just about to start.
Are we going to watch it?
No, we're not.
But you can be on TV. That's really cool.
You've got homework to finish.
But why can't we watch it?
Because I said so.
But...
upstairs, and when you finish your homework, I'll be up with some ice cream.
You're late.
That was a bit rough.
I'm not about to let my son watch the hatchet job they've done on me.
You could have at least discussed it with him. I bet some of his mates will see it.
They're kids, Isaac. They're into talking cartoon sponges, not documentaries.
That may be, but they also have parents.
Amazing new hair removal system. Painless
What are you doing?
odor.
What does it look like? I'm going to watch it.
Turn it off.
I'm not your child, Chris.
I said turn it off.
Or what? You'll put me in the naughty corner, send me to bed without supper.
My house, my rules. Turn it off.
Been a long day, hasn't it, love?
I worked all day today and I'm doing another shift tonight.
Poor lamb. Could I have another pillow, please?
Sure.
Oh, look! There's a documentary about my surgeon on tonight, Dr. Chris Warner.
He's mine too.
He's a bit dishy, isn't he? We could get a TV if we all chip in. What do you think? Could you get us a telly, love?
They're $5 a night.
I think we can manage that.
I'll get onto it as soon as I can.
I don't mean to be pushy, but the program we want to watch just started.
I'll see what I can do. Gina, could you do me a huge favour and grab a TV for me?
Finished, sorry.
How's everything going?
Well, I worked all day today and I'm doing another shift tonight. Does that answer your question?
Oh, that's no good.
It was the only way to fulfill Hagel's predicted staffing requirements.
And no one was interested in the overtime?
It doesn't matter. They all refused to cover in support of Scotty.
Okay, well, I will approve some bureau nurses first thing in the morning.
What about tonight?
I'm sure you'll be able to cope. You're doing a great job.
Lauren took off, Ruben took off after her, and then Daniel went to stay at TK's because he thinks that I'm taking Lauren's side, but I'm not. He just doesn't see it that way. Oh, there I go again, bombarding you as soon as you get in the door. What's up? Is it Henry?
It wasn't Henry that logged on to a gambling site. Don't worry, I stopped. What I should be doing is fixing Henry's mess.
What mess exactly? All those people, all those greedy people who wanted to make a few bucks out of...
I was thinking more about the clinic back home. It was Henry's money keeping it afloat.
It was dirty money.
Look, I know you got your dramas, but you can cope without me for a couple of weeks.
You're going to Samoa, aren't you?
This is a big deal for her too, mate. She's counting on your support.
No, she's being selfish. After everything I've done, I gave uni the boot, got a job. And when she doesn't like the job, I find something else. And now she's saying that she can't be bothered having the baby.
Well, have you thought that maybe you're the one who's been selfish? And maybe Lauren really doesn't want this baby.
Well, she did a couple of days ago. Okay, so she can have my support. Like Mum said, she's emotional and she's not thinking straight. So I'll make her see things from my point of view.
You can't make her have the baby.
No, but I can make her change her mind. You know, I've done it once and I can do it again. Watch me.
How are you feeling this morning?
Fine.
I was just after the documentary last night. Well, the term documentary might be stretching it a bit.
Ah, flattering, was it?
You didn't watch it?
I had better things to do.
Well, it wasn't nearly as bad as the rough cut.
Which must mean it was still pretty bad.
Well, no, it could have been worse. I mean, Gemma didn't die.
I'm sure you've got plenty of work waiting for you upstairs.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being Joseph Mengele, how did I rate?
A soft 9.
Oh, that good. The DHB will be jumping for joy.
Well, I've already spoken to them. I took full responsibility for the documentary and managed to head off an inquiry. I also prepped a press release slamming Ursula's hatchet job as virtual fiction, so whatever the fallout is, I'm sure it will have blown over by the time we get back from the Solomons.
Maybe not. In Chris Warner, we are presented with perhaps the most gobsmacking display of arrogance from a medical professional ever to disgrace Kiwi screens. Still, it says the documentary has one redeeming feature. Me. Wish I'd watched it now.
Thank you, Isaac. Sensationalism. The press release also covered the volunteer cleft palate surgery you're about to do overseas.
Reed, hiding from the masses.
Reed donating his time to malnourished children. It's altruism versus slander.
I know which is more interesting.
I know what I'm talking about. You just focus on your job and leave me to do mine.
Thanks anyway, Josie. But anytime you do want to pick up a shift, let me know.
Looks like somebody didn't get too much sleep last night.
It's because somebody had to come in and work another double.
Thanks to Helga.
I don't suppose you want to do a shift tomorrow?
Sorry.
I can't find anyone to fill in.
Well, I hate to say it.
But you told me so?
Letting Scotty go in favour of a piece of software was a mistake, and the sooner Rachel comes to her senses, the better.
Okay, fine, but in the meantime, we do still have a hospital to run.
If you're that desperate, ask Rachel to fill in for a shift. Start her off on bedpans.
No, don't do this to me, not now.
Scotty speaking.
Scotty, it's Maya. Look, I'm really sorry to bother you, but the bureau nurse folder is locked.
No worries. It's 17...
Damn it. Sorry, I'm going to have to call you back.
Can't someone else go?
That's just the thing, there's no one else.
Do you need some help?
Yeah, you can say that again.
I'll drop by later, and I'll email you all my passwords.
Thank you, you're a lifesaver.
It's pretty standard stuff. All going well, you should be in the theatre in a jiffy.
Gladys, you all ready for your new hip joint?
No.
Nothing to be worried about. I know the operation can seem...
It's not the operation I'm worried about. It's you.
Excuse me?
There I was, telling everybody what a dish you were last night. But after what we saw on the telly, how can you sleep at night after what you've done?
Gladys, that documentary was deliberately made to make me look as bad as possible.
I'm not letting you come anywhere near me. Especially not after what happened to that poor man and his hand. If I let you operate on me, I might end up trying to cut off my own hip.
With all due respect, Dr. Warner is the top surgeon we have here.
He can do your hip then, but he's not doing mine.
Hey.
Thanks for coming.
How you doing? I was a little bit worried about you last night when you didn't come back.
I went to stay at a friend's place, away from everyone.
Fair enough.
Do you think I'm making a mistake?
That's not for me to say, Lauren. No one can tell you what's right or wrong in a situation like this. Only you can make this decision. You're the one who's going to have to live with it.
I know. It sucks.
Yep, it does.
I don't want to hurt Daniel.
I'm sure he'll realise that. Eventually.
I've got an appointment with the obstetrician today to organise the...
Do you want me to come with you? Oh, sweetie. Oh, yeah. Oh. I know it doesn't feel like it right now, but it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. I've had 3 more patients remove themselves from Chris's surgical list.
And you've made it clear they'll have to go back on the waiting list, that it could be months before they're rescheduled for surgery.
They don't seem to care. I think it's kind of my fault. One of them asked me to get them a TV last night, and it had gone right out of my head that the doco was on.
If they hadn't seen it on TV, they would have read it in the paper or heard about it from someone.
So what now?
You should get in a locum right away to take over my surgical list. No one's going to let me near them with a barge pole.
Let alone a scalpel.
Don't forget you're going to get in more bureau nurses as well.
I don't want to have to get another surgeon.
I can do it.
Nice try, but these operations are beyond your current skill level.
I'm qualified, and I've assisted on several hip joint replacements.
Assisting is one thing, going solo is another.
But
I said no.
Excuse me?
Okay, I'll get in a locum. I guess you scored yourself an early holiday.
Yippee.
Thanks for being there.
Look, it's tough for you too. I'm just glad that I can help.
I wish I didn't have to wait a whole week. I just want it over and done with now. Will you go with me when I...
But are you sure you don't want Daniel to go with you?
He won't want to. He probably won't ever want to talk to me again.
Look, Lauren, a lot can happen in a week. Just see how you feel then. But yes, if you still want me to go with you, then I will.
Thanks. I just booked an abortion. Now I have to go make coffee for complete strangers.
Yep, life goes on.
Can I get you anything, my child?
No, I'm fine.
You sure?
Yeah. I better get back to work. And Lauren, look, take care of yourself, okay? And be kind to yourself. You're still a good person. Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks or says.
Thank you.
Hey, how are you? I'll see you guys both later.
I don't want to argue with you anymore.
Why haven't you answered any of my texts?
I have to start work now.
Work can wait.
No, Daniel.
Lauren, I've got a right to have my say. It's my baby too.
It's too late.
What do you mean?
I've already booked the termination. I have to go.
So that's good, isn't it? We get to have a few days holiday before I go overseas. What's wrong?
It's the kids at school.
What about them?
They keep going on about you being a bad doctor. They saw you on TV last night. I told them to shut up. I didn't know what they were talking about.
That documentary made me look bad on purpose.
Why?
Sometimes people do that to make their show look good.
So, was it all lies?
There was some stuff that was true, but they mixed stuff around and made it look worse than it actually was.
I don't get it.
Hey, Harry.
What is it, Isaac?
I've got a slot for you later.
So?
So, I can easily fit in Gladys Young's hip joint replacement.
Nothing has changed since the last time I said no.
I can do this, Chris. I know I can.
It's not your call.
Why won't you let me just have a crack at it? Don't you think I'm good enough?
I don't think you're experienced enough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I was in the middle of a conversation with my son. You quit?
Well, I couldn't retain nurses or run the department, so I told Rachel to choose. She chose Helga.
I've heard the nurses are now refusing extra shifts.
I'll be doing the same, except Maya needs a hand.
That's very generous of you.
Rachel McKenna might be able to stand by while the hospital crumbles to the ground, but I can't. Catch you later.
Who does he think he is telling me what I can and can't do?
The boss. Chris is experienced. Has it ever occurred to you that he knows what he's talking about?
So I made a mistake. Who doesn't? Move on. He's a fine one to talk. Did you see the doco on him last night?
Wait, what mistake?
Chris told me to hold off on operating a few months ago.
But you ignored him.
Right.
And?
The patient died.
Oh.
But I've learned from it. I know it won't happen again.
Well, it sounds like you need to prove yourself to him.
How can I when he won't let me?
You said he's on leave.
Yeah?
Perfect timing. Step up to the plate. Take the bull by the horns. Prove to Chris Warner that you've got what it takes.
I have to see Ruben.
He's with a patient at the moment.
Well, how long is he going to be?
Is it urgent?
Yeah, it's urgent, all right.
Daniel, what are you doing here?
Did you know about Lauren?
Let's go somewhere.
And talk. I am sick of talking. All I want to do is stop her getting rid of our baby. And Ruben will too once he hears what she's done.
What will getting Ruben involved achieve?
Well, he'll help me stop her.
That's not what Lauren needs right now, you two ganging up on her.
What about what I need?
What do you need, Daniel? I know this is hard. I know you want Lauren to keep the baby, but she doesn't want to. Do you really want to make her?
But she'll change her mind again, I know it.
She won't. She wants to have a termination.
And you support her. You went with her today, didn't you?
She's going through a really tough time and she doesn't have...
Never wondered what I'm going through, though, eh? Your own son. What a joke that is.
Letting go of Scotty is a big mistake.
Aren't you on leave already?
You'll be hard-pressed to find another HOD of his caliber.
I'm under huge pressure from the DHB to make sure this Helga trial runs smoothly. Scotty resisted the change and got in the way. Not only that, I have reason to believe he tampered with the software.
Meaning you don't have anything concrete. If I were you, I would put aside my suspicions and rehire Scotty. That is, if you don't want Callum coming back to a hospital in disarray.
It's hardly in disarray.
When I was CEO, I found that having the HODs on board meant their staff would be on board too. If you're not careful, you could lose control of the nursing department altogether.
Thank you for your concern, but it's under control. Enjoy the Solomon Islands.
Not fun, is it? Being on the receiving end of a Chris Warner lecture. Father knows best.
I'm busy. Did you want something?
I just met with the interim HOD of surgery. She's happy for me to perform Gladys's operation tonight on one condition, that you okay it.
Gladys, wasn't she one of Chris's patients?
Was, yes.
Didn't Chris already tell you you're not ready for prime time?
If all of Chris's patients go walkies, the hospital's going to take a huge hit in funding.
I'm aware of that.
The solution to your problem's right here. I'm ready. And despite what Father says, I'm perfectly capable. What do you say?
Give us another drink.
You've had enough, mate.
What the hell? Just give us another drink, jerk.
So I got it. I think you've had enough, Daniel.
Oh, stuff you then. I'll go to another bar.
Actually, I've already called TK. He's on his way over.
Look, I'm not a baby, huh?
How about I get you some to eat?
No, I want another drink, jerk.
Daniel, pull your head and I'll march you up here myself.
Yeah, but I'd like to see you try your scrawny pommy get.
Right, that's it. Come on, let's go home.
Get off.
No, Daniel,
I
come on.
said get off.
Go on, Daniel. Cool it. Cool it.
I knew there was something missing.
What?
Music. Anything but opera in the lanes. You'd be so kind.
I thought Gladys was going to be discharged.
She was, until I stepped in to save the day. Hammer time. Damn it, I've fractured the femoral shaft.
You could treat the fracture with the wire and cables?
The fracture's too extensive.
So now what? Isaac, you should do something. What are you going to do?
You want to go back to boot camp, is that it?
No.
Good. Because you're beyond that now. Next time, it'll be prison.
I'm allowed to get angry, okay? I don't get to be a father.
Oh, you think you're ready to be a father? Drunk and violent. Taking your anger out on undeserving people. Maybe it's this kind of crap that helped Lauren make the decision she did.
I'm out of here.
No, you are going to stay here and you are going to calm down.
You put Lauren up to it, okay? You are an
Hey, some respect, Daniel. Get to your room, now. I don't want to see your face.
Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves will tug at the heartstrings here on One tomorrow night as they star in our midweek movie The Lake House at 25 to 10, when the old tradition of putting pen to paper proves very effective for this couple. Next up here on One, it's Doctors.